Let's talk about Ibogaine quickly. Well, not quickly, but let's talk about it. It's something that it's funny enough. It's legal in this country, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because it's not on the United Nations, Class A drug list that DMT is, which is part of ayahuasca. It's West African. You can probably tell me a bit more about it. You've had some experiences. What was it like?
Yeah,
It's pretty scary. It's scary. It scares me.
It's actually not as scary as I've read about.
Okay.
I found it very calming.
When did you try it, and what were the circumstances, and why?
When was it? It wasn't too long ago. Maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Okay.
I tried it because it was offered. Not just because it was offered to me, but I had been thinking about doing it for quite a while, and there were a few things that I wanted to kind of sort out in my head, dealing with fears and stuff. And I was told that the Ibogaine would be really good for that. And I also tried it because it's just one of those things that I really want to do in my life.
It's on the list, right?
Yeah, it was on the list. So I did it at a friend's house in Wales. It was just me and my partner doing it.
Is it powder that you drink? Or?
It was in capsules.
Okay,
So it was the Ibogaine plus the actual ground up Iboga root in capsules. So we did like half and half kind of thing.
Okay.
And
was it a big dose you took? Did you know how much to take?
well, the guy who was giving it to us, a friend of mine, he's been administering it, and he was kind of dosing it out. I don't remember the exact dose I had. I think I wrote it on my YouTube video where I talk about it, but it was a pretty average dose.
Okay.
And it was just absolutely, it's a stunning trip. It's not very psychedelic, like you know how most psychedelic trips have kind of like colors and waves and stuff and patterns. This was more of like HD TV pictures kind of showing up in your head. It took me straight to Africa.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was seeing, all these tribes people, and they were coming in to look at my face, and they were really interested in who I was. And
what if you never knew Iboga came from Africa? Do you think you'd have those same visions?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think I would, to be honest.
Okay.
Because it was so much a part of it. Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember a lot of the experience. It's fairly long. I think it was about 24 hours that we were.
That's long.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much maintained steadily for that amount of time? Or did it peak after a certain number of hours?
I couldn't tell you.
And you weren't sleeping or anything?
No. Not
Okay.
sleeping.
And were you just immobilized?
Yeah, it's very hard to walk on. Unfortunately, I had to use the bathroom like so many times during it, so I was like, wobbling and stuff to the bathroom. But for the most part, you're just laying down. You want to, have a really comfy spot to lay in, pillows, blankets. There was also music playing that was like Witi, tribe music that was going on, which really, it was really, just set the mood, I guess.
Okay. In the dark?
Yeah, it was in the dark.
Any talking?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's not something that you're almost straight in your head, but you're seeing visions, and your body is kind of fucked. But it's very, you can talk on it. You can hold a normal conversation on it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, just very, very interesting stuff.
Okay, so 24 hours, and then I watched one of your videos. You said you had kind of visual trails for like 5 days afterwards. That would freak a lot of people out if you told me that.
Yeah, that was really weird. I've never experienced anything like that before. So like when I would move my eyes, it would kind of just go.
For days afterwards.
For days.
Were you scared?
Not really. I mean, it was kind of cool, but I wasn't too worried. It kind of trailed off a bit. For the first 2 days, it was there constantly. And then after that, it was there in the morning when I would wake up for about an hour. And then it would stop. And then once it got dark at night, they would come back until I went to bed.
Wow.
So yeah, it was really weird.
Okay, and have you been able to process that whole experience? Did you get some things out of it, other things? Also, I've heard it's a very masculine energy. Did you get that feeling?
Yeah, I did get that.
Like stern masculine energy, or I don't know. No, I've
not
just heard
very
masculine.
Stern. Just very fatherly. Logical. It kind of just told you how it was, whereas ayahuasca kind of, has metaphors and will show you something that doesn't really mean that thing. You kind of have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Whereas Ibogaine was just like, this is how it is, and bang, bang, bang kind of thing. Yeah, for me, it worked out quite a few fears in my mind. I was starting to get really paranoid about things. Like I was saying before, with my tripping too much in a short amount of time, it sort of brought in paranoias and anxieties and stuff. And the Ibogaine sort of kicked that out, which is really good. Yeah, it's not something that I've fully processed yet, and I would like to do it again. I think I will have the opportunity to in January. So.
Okay. What are your